Hello, welcome to today's love readings. We're taking a look at Leo, Virgo, and Libra. Leo, Virgo, and Libra. Hi, Leo, you're up first. Welcome to Blood Moon Oracle. I hope you all are well starting this beautiful week. We are 2 days in. I feel like Monday should be hump days. Anybody else feel that way? Anywho, let's take a look. Let me plug in my device so we don't get cut off here. Beautiful night for a nice love reading, don't you think? I think. Let's take a look for Leo. Leo, what's happening for you in love? Like, share, comment, subscribe if you have not. Hit the bell if you find yourself subscribing. Let me know what it's like, okay? For Leo. For Leo. All right, Leo, how you doing today? So let's take a look at what's going on for you, Leo, in love. You could be in a relationship, you could not be in a relationship, right? This could be for anyone, really. We'll take a look on every side of what's going on here. So basically, we're using our Love Tarot along with a regular tarot for clarification. And we're going to start off with a couple of oracle cards to kind of get a feel for the energy for you. I do feel growth in the air when it comes to love, just in general. I think all of us feel growth. So specifically for you, Leo, let's see how that's coming through, okay? All right, for Leo. For Leo. So the first card that comes out is My Beloved. Though we may be physically apart, spiritually we are always united, for love transcends space and time. Nothing is missing. I don't know if you are separated right now, if you maybe just not really physically together at the moment. There's something about not allowing distance to come between what you have. There's a love here that transcends space, distance, time, apart. For some of you, you may have been away from your person for a while, but the love has grown stronger, even in the absence, right? I'm getting that energy here. But there's something about not allowing things to come between the love that you have. It could be space, it could be time, it could be friction, tension, right? The second energy for you is give thanks for the blessings of love soon to come your way. Know that you deserve to be and have all that your heart truly, truly desires, Leo. There's something about being very grateful and thankful for what you have right now, especially if you're waiting or asking for a specific kind of mate or love. Right now's the time to really be in this energy of thankfulness and gratitude. And for some of you, you may have love coming your way, even as we speak. Part of this is you understanding your worth and your value, you knowing what you are worthy of, right? Um, in order to receive this, positioning yourself in that space of receiving it, knowing that you're worthy of it, okay? Everything that your heart desires for whoever you are, Leo, okay? Let's take a look here. That's the oracle energy coming out. So I did pull your cards. Right now, the faith represents your current energy, which talks about this really unmoved, unmatched belief in love. You could be someone who really has a connection, a very strong connection between your faith and love. That may be what causes you to truly believe in love, how you see things spiritually. There's some connection there. But I feel like no matter what you've been through, Leo, you are unmoved when it comes to love and what you want and what you desire and what you feel like you are absolutely worthy of. I feel like I'm talking to someone who believes in that old fashioned love, that 20, 30, 40-year love with power, right? This is someone who believes in, loyalty and honor, faithfulness, integrity when it comes to relationships. I feel like that it's talking about the current situation that you either are wanting, pushing towards, or this could be the current energy when it comes to love, something very solid. Like you don't even have to second guess it. Okay. Why is the faith here for Leo? It's clarified by the Knight of Wands and the Strength. Now, for some of you, this is moving towards another Leo. For whoever you are, you could be actually moving in, wanting to move towards or have something special with another Leo sign. For some of you, this is another Leo sign about to pursue you. But I do feel like there's a lot of just a lot of empowerment around love right now for you, Leo. A lot of empowerment. For some of you, you're even moving into the space where you are believing in yourself like never before, maybe even lifting the bar up too for what it is that you're expecting. I feel like for whoever you are, if you're not currently in a relationship, there's someone in your current environment, in your situation right now that really wants this thing with you, this solid connection. They really want it really bad. And they're willing to do what it takes to go after it and get it, to work towards it, to heal if necessary. Whatever requirements you would place out there, sometimes you're like, let me see what you're made of. They're willing to go through all kinds of tests just to prove that this is what they want. I get that energy for you. Someone is wanting to pursue you, Leo. We also have the Temperance coming out here. And mentally right now, I feel like you are very patient. You have been very patient. And you feel very balanced right now. How you're viewing love right now is, it's nice. It's not too, into the fantasy realm, and it's not too mundane, like, but it's something very balanced in between. I feel like you're open for new experiences. You're open, possibly even to try, new things, or maybe even try again. There's something very balanced about where you are right now. The temperance is actually clarified by the Six of Wands and the Page of Cups. I feel like for some of you, you may be thinking of going back to something that has been very familiar, something that you have, or someone that you are very familiar with, possibly someone from the past. That's who you're thinking about. That's who you're thinking about offering something to, right? There may be a relationship that it just wasn't the right time. You know, things weren't really aligned at that time. There may be something like that. Doesn't make it bad. It just makes it not the right time. But there's something about right now that feels like the time may be aligned for you to actually try again. That's what's coming up here. For some of you, you may be asking the question, should I go back and try again? Should I go back and try that again? Um, I don't know if you've heard things about this person through the grapevine that lets you know that they're open and available. There's something about that here. You being willing to go back and try again. There's something very beautiful that you remember about this experience. The Six of Cups is a rather pleasant memory, right? There's something very pleasant about this person that you remember. And now that you think back, you may be kind of like, what was I thinking? Right? And so there's something about the past. This might be a past person that you're about to circle back around to. I'm seeing that you may be thinking about that. Place it where it fits. It goes both ways. This could also be someone that has you very much on their mind, and they're thinking of coming back around to you. Like, if you're not the one thinking of them, they're actually thinking of you and thinking of coming and, planting some seeds of love in your ear, maybe whispering some sweet nothings. I do feel like you've come out of a time that has been transformative with the death. I don't feel like you are exactly the same person that you were in the past. There's something about you that's different. And I don't know if this is going to be a challenge for this person that may be remembering you a certain way. Or maybe you're remembering somebody, but you're no longer the same person that they remember you to be. This is coming through as a challenge, but why? Because change is good, right? Why is the death a challenge? And it feels like whatever was in the way or weighing you down in the past is no longer. You're free. You have been regenerated or renewed in some type of way. I don't feel like you're that same person that you were. This may be a change that's happened very slowly too. Over a nice amount of time that allowed you to do some healing necessary, straighten out some inner conflict or outer conflict. If there was issues with others, right? There's something about those things being resolved and no longer being the issue or being a issue. You may have cut some things off that were an issue in the past. I'm seeing that whatever that was, it has changed. It's been healed. It's no longer in the way. This could have very well been some inner turmoil too. If it's not someone that you were connected to, this could have been like inner conflict that has been resolved now. There's some type of change that has happened. Now, this is coming through as a challenge too. I don't know if this change that has happened is, I don't know. I how this person will take this change, or how you will take them if they've changed. There's some change that's happened. Um, I don't know. There's something that's happened that may present some type of challenge here. If he used to be a very exciting, very passionate, very spontaneous, right? You may be like the total opposite now, like a homebody, very slow moving, just, I don't know if that's going to come across as an issue here. It may, okay? There's some challenge or change that's happened, and it has something to do with how you've changed in some type of way, or how your person that you're thinking about has changed, how the situation in love has changed. That may come across as a challenge now. I don't know. Whatever that change is, I feel like it was something that's working for you. It positions you for what has been good for you. Not that that's going to be good for others, but whatever this change was, it's been good for you. And there is something that has been orchestrated and positioned for you in love, okay? So I feel like Spirit is saying, don't go changing yourself or feeling like you have to revert back, right? This change was very instrumental for where you are being taken. Mm-hmm. And so the Wheel of Fortune is clarified by the Hermit, the Death, the Ace of Wands, and the Four of Swords. Yeah. So there's some change that's absolutely supported by Spirit, by the universe, that slowed you down, Leo, in some type of way, and matured you. Like there's some wisdom that you receive through this change. This change has actually opened up some new beginnings, possibly presented opportunities that you may not have had you not been open to this change. And I feel like it has a lot to do with like healing, changing some type of something that you struggled with in the past. There's some change that helped with that, whatever that was. But because of that change, I do feel like you're able to pull in a lot of wisdom from your experiences. It's almost like an overnight transformation has taken place. You're wiser. You're no longer, you no longer have that same energy signature. You even think different. You see things different. Your ideas about life are different. I also see someone who no longer responds the way that you used to. I could be speaking to someone who is quick to, respond to things that it may not have always been a healthy response. But I see you just being really calm and collective in yourself. You're no longer triggered, by things that used to trigger you either. So whatever this change was, this may be something that's still kind of happening too as you move into the future. It's going to prove to work out for you. Yeah. In love. Some of the stuff that was changing, things that you had to let go, may have been things that were difficult. Maybe these were things that Spirit drugged out of your life, kicking and screaming. But it was things that needed to go. I feel overall you're not very difficult when it comes to what you want in love. You just want to be happy. You know, the standard definition of happiness, like being fulfilled, doing things you love with the people that you love, growing family, um, enjoying your youth for some of you. And if you are older, you may still feel like you're very young. I get that energy of just being out and about, enjoying the sun and life, looking forward to what's ahead of you. I feel like there's a lot of joy that's going to be long term for you. This is like the kind of life that you desire, something very stable and grounded and passionate too, with the Three of Wands and the Lovers. Right? For you, you may want to do things like go see the world with your loved one, travel, not be, you know, not be restricted to one place. I feel like you want to be able to travel with your love and be very passionate too. You want something that is deep and feeling, but balanced too. Let's see what's on the bottom that we can't see. We have justice. So some of you have been in, connections that just wasn't good for you. It wasn't right. It wasn't balanced. Some of you have been in relationships where you have possibly even, been not necessarily treated the way that you should have been. And I feel like that's coming back around. That energy of retribution is coming back around to actually give you what it is that you deserve. Okay. Part of that is going to be you getting the justice that you're owed. Okay. Four of Pentacles. I see you being a lot more reserved too, with what you have to offer. If you were a little bit more free, I feel like you are more conservative and reserved with that now. Very energetic and attractive with the Queen of Wands. You are pulling in probably all kinds of energies that would love to partake. Whether you are open to all of them, I don't think so, because this Four of Cups says that you're a bit reserved, maybe even choosy, just following some of the lessons that you've had in the past. But with the Star, you're definitely, I feel like Spirit has heard your cries, your prayers, and it's definitely arranging things with this Wheel of Fortune for you to get what it is that you desire in love. It feels very beautiful. So keep being strong. Keep allowing yourself to be renewed and transformed and change things, that are going to change for the better. Be moldable and flexible and open, right? Those are things that are going to work for you, okay, Leo? And I think Leo is Leo a fixed sign? I think Leo, and I'm hearing that. Let me just make sure. I don't know why I'm hearing fixed sign, which means that change is not always easy. Yep, you are. I was hearing Spirit say fix, fix, fix. So change is not always easy for Leos. And so be moldable, be flexible, be open, because these changes that are happening is Spirit like rearranging. These are opportunities that are opening up for you to actually pull in that love that you desire, Leo. Okay. But it looks beautiful. I love it. I love it. Okay. Though we may be physically apart, it doesn't necessarily mean that we're not united, right? We're always being united, because the love that you have with someone, it actually transcends, time and space. And I did get that energy of a possible reunion And so if that's for you, you know, take that how it resonates, okay? Just be thankful. Be thankful, okay? All right, Leo, that's for you. Thank you for stopping by. Your present energy and love. Until next time, make sure you like, share, comment. And if you have not had a chance, go ahead and subscribe. Hit the bell so you'll be notified the next time we go live. Okay, Leo? Thank you for stopping by. We'll see you next time, Leo. Bye. Virgo, welcome Virgo. Welcome to Blood Moon Oracle. Today we're going to be taking a look at the energy of love as it pertains to Virgo. All right. I hope you're well and have gotten off to a good start for this beautiful week. So we're going to start off with our Oracle Love deck. Okay. Like, share, comment, Virgo. Welcome to Blood Moon Oracle. Let's take a look for you. If you have not subscribed, please consider doing so. If you do subscribe, make sure you hit the bell so you'll be notified in case we go live, okay? For Virgo. Virgo, let's see. What is the energy of love for Virgo today, right now? All right. First, we have close your eyes. Tell yourself that you deserve to feel joyful and that you can allow joy into your life regardless of the circumstances you currently find yourself in. Okay? No matter what it looks like, joy is something that you bring into your situation. It's not something that you go into a situation to find. You bring it with you. Unlike happiness, which depends on happenings, right? Joy is something that you cultivate and decide to feel and experience no matter what's going on. Okay, so there's something about that with love. You know, things don't always have to be on the up and up for you to be joyful. You bring to the relationship, the connection, the energy of love, you bring the joy to that. Understand that you make the energy. It doesn't make you. You bring that to the connection. And then for someone, there's a hot and steamy connection. A magnetic and seductive quality surrounds you right now. Enjoy it. Ooh, okay. Someone might be just highly magnetic right now for Virgo. Things may be hot and steamy in your relationship right now. You may find yourself looking in the eyes of your person, falling in love all over again. Or maybe you are new, right, to the relationship and things just feel just very over the top lovely, okay? Either way, remember that you bring the energy, okay? You decide what you're going to experience, okay? There's no better way to be empowered in a relationship than to realize your power in it. It's like, I love those kind of relationships where things may not necessarily be all peachy creamy, but because you have two mature people that know who they are and they don't really need the other to be happy, they find that within themselves, right? They bring the energy that they want to experience to the relationship, and it just works. It's beautiful. All right, so we have our oracle for the love energy, and then we have our tarot that we're going to take a look at the energy of love as it pertains to you, Virgo. And then we also have um, our regular tarot that's going to help us to clarify the energies of love, okay? So, first of all, we have the justice coming in. So, for some of you, right now could be a time where you are seeing um, maybe things turn around for you as it pertains to love. Maybe things are really going in your favor. This could talk about for some of you being in a moment where there's some type of legal battle or dispute that's being resolved. Things may be very well going in your favor. Um, if there is, for some of you, some type of legal dispute happening, I feel like you are being heard and supported through that dispute with justice coming out here. But it could also talk about you just having the energy of success all around you when it comes to your situation in love right now. You're winning. Things are weighing in your favor when it comes to love, or that's the energy all around you. Now, whether you're claiming that energy or not is up to you, because again, you get to decide the energy that you want to feel. But this is saying that the energy is very successful when it comes to how things will turn out for you in love right now. This is not really a time to avoid intimacy if you have opportunities coming towards you, because you may in fact miss out on something that's very purpose for you. And so this might be a time for you to put your best foot forward, right? When it comes to love. You know, when you first meet somebody, you put your best suit on, your nice dress, right? You put on your very best, attitude. This is the time to do that. Put your best foot forward. Okay. You could be dealing with a Libra. Yeah. You could be dealing with a Leo. Why is the justice here for Virgo? We have the Temperance and the King of Swords. Yeah, you've patiently waited for clarity to come in around something when it comes to love. And I feel like you've gotten it. Right now, what you've waited for is finally coming in. You see things coming to pass, or you see clearly like how things are going to land. I see a lot of clarity coming in around that. Like you have finally reached a point now where you may be feeling a little settled mentally about what's happening for you in love. This may help you to be a little bit more strategic as you're planning how you'll move forward from here. But you've been patient and you've done it with lots of grace as well, whatever this is. For some of you, this could be just waiting for that opportunity to come in. Right now, whatever you're doing or whatever you're entangled in right now, the Lovers came out. For some of you, if you have a relationship that you are connected with or someone coming towards you, you're seeing them or viewing them as someone that you can really get serious with. You're seeing them as a really deep soul level type of connection. For some of you, you may even feel like you know this person. There's something that feels very familiar about this person. But I feel like someone has been might be feeling like they're head over heels for the other. The Lovers is very beautiful energy. Many times it talks about two high vibing individuals, right? Um, and just being in a really good energy where you're able to think straight and make good choices, um, seeing straight, being very self-empowered when it comes to love. Um, you may be questioning, if you have been dating this person for a while, do I really love this person? I think I do. There's something about this connection that empowers you as well, makes you feel, um, you know, like you can do anything. I do feel like a very deep level connection here that you're in. You see yourself in this way. Mm-hmm. All right. Now, here's where the kicker comes in. So the next card we have is the World, which leads me to question, is something from the past done? Right? Has it been completely closed out and finalized? The other thing that's coming in is universal love. And so it almost gives me the energy of having, though you may feel this dramatic connection, right? That doesn't always mean that the connection is just one that you're feeling, right? Sometimes this connection can be felt by many, right? There's just something about this person that gives that feel, right? But there's something about an ending here that's coming up as a challenge. I don't know if that's something from the past that's unresolved. Usually it's a happy ending, success, lasting love, deep appreciation for those who matter, but it's coming in. It feels like this is a challenge. And it's clarified by a queen of cups, a king of pentacles, and the knight of swords in reverse. So there's some clarity that needs to happen about a specific ending that has happened. Yeah. And this ending, I don't feel has that finality to it. This ending may have happened and just, it was left open-ended. There was no closure to it. That does not mean that you still can't be in love in this moment. There may still be loose ends to tie up from the past, things that may in fact come back around and ask for closure. I'm just seeing that here. Something is very there's just something that it feels like it's not complete here. There's something missing when it comes to closure. But there's just something here that feels unclear, because the Knight of Swords brings clarity. It offers clarity, but it's in reverse. So there's something that may still be questionable in the past here. We have the Queen of Cups and the Page of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, King of Pentacles. So that's the challenge. I don't know if that's you, Virgo, or your person, or both. I don't know. But there's something here that's coming up that may, in fact, something may be blown up here. Something from the past, right? Whatever that unresolved tension or issue from the past that feels very cloudy and unclear may in fact come out at some point here and cause some level of chaos when it comes to love. I see this coming up here. Six of Cups is past energy, and the Two of Cups. This is possibly someone that is showing back up from the past, just kind of distorting this very beautiful connection that's being cultivated right now. There's something from the past that shows back up here. And it throws a wrench in this beautiful, beautiful energy that's being experienced here with the Lovers. And I really do feel like it has something to do with this world, this unfinished business. Something being left open-ended without, closure. And then what we have is the Judgment here, coming in as something that shows up as what it is that you desire. And when we look at the Judgment, we're looking at recognition, love, like being chosen, being the one, putting everything else, having this heavenly message coming out and right? There's this desire to be chosen, to be recognized as the one. And also being recognized as someone who is the whole package, I believe. So there's no need to go back. There's no need to look beyond the relationship. There's the need to just be able to fulfill everything that is required, for a beautiful connection. For someone, you want a second chance. There may be something in the past that you're willing to go back to. If you're not currently in a relationship, you're desiring to go back and restart what wasn't finished. That could also be what this tower represents. Like one minute you feel in love, the next minute it's like, wait a minute, who do I love? Am I sure? Right? So there may be some unsure unfinished business, starts and stops, beginnings and endings in love. You're not sure what you want. That's just for some of you. And then others of you, you just want to finalize the past. Not necessarily that you want to go back, but you want to be done with it. It's like, I made a good decision by leaving that behind, and I just want to be done. Like, what do I need to do? What do I need to say? How can I, give this closure so I can just move on? There's something about the past here that's arising. But I don't think that negates what you're feeling here in the current, because something about this current energy that has you all wrapped up, okay? Has you all wrapped up and feeling really good about yourself. And so the Judgment was clarified by the King of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles. Yeah. It does give that energy, like being the one, the all around energy, so that there is no need to look for anything else. The Ten of Pentacles with the King of Wands, just being able to do everything and some more, you know. And so you have a very high sense of goals when it comes to love, a high drive for achievement and commitment. It's no small task for you when it comes to love. Let's see what's hidden. So we have the Nine of Swords on the bottom, the Ace of Pentacles, the Justice coming out again, and the Seven of Swords, the Empress. So there's a mixture of emotions happening here. The Nine of Wands and the Seven of Wands. There's a little worry about someone stealing something, or someone coming in, stealing the moment, stealing this opportunity. I do feel like this has to do with that energy from the past that's unresolved. Someone's a little bit worried when it comes to this new opportunity that's opened up for you. I don't know how it ended. It may in fact have ended ugly. Nevertheless, there's still some connection here that's coming through here, because the Justice came out again. A need to resolve something, resolutions coming in currently. And then the Empress, you know, very beautiful energy where you can receive and really create the love that you want. That's your desire. So as beautiful as things may be, even as you move forward, we could be speaking forward energy, future energy. If you move into something new, make sure, Virgo, that you tie up your loose ends. That may be the message here before moving forward, because I feel like there's someone's gonna, or already has this beautiful, perfect, just amazing connection. But there's still something open-ended on the back, something that hasn't been resolved, something that's going to need closure, that may in fact come in and threaten to, you know, destroy the energy that you're cultivating with this new connection. And so make sure before you go jumping into new connections, make sure that you close off the old ones and that you are sure that you're ready to move forward, because you might find yourself in a sticky situation. You may even find yourself in love with two different people, right? It happens. But that's for you, Virgo. Something about you is very magnetic right now. They all want the Virgo, okay? But be careful out there, all right? All right. Till next time, make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe. Let me know how it resonates. If you find yourself subscribing, consider hitting the bell so you'll be notified whenever we post content. We post all kinds of things. Okay? So Virgo, you take care of yourself. All right. Till next time. Bye, Virgo. Libra. Hi, Libra. Welcome to Blood Moon Oracle, Libra. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope you are well today. Thank you for stopping by. It's always a pleasure to read for you, my beautiful Libras. I want to take a look and see what the energy of love is for you right now, okay? Blood Moon Oracle is the channel. Like, share, comment, subscribe if you feel led to do so. And if you do, consider hitting the bell so you'll be notified in case we go live or post new content, okay? Libra, what is the energy of love coming through for you right now? What does Libra need to know about love? What does Libra need to know about love? Okay. All right. So first of all, Let there be closeness between you, but always give each other space. Love never claims, it simply allows and gives. And I'm hearing Spirit say it grows too when you give space to it. So there's someone connected here, and Spirit is wanting you to understand the significance and the value of space and allowing, right? Love is very subtle. It's not forceful or selfish, but it is very open and free. It allows. And so that's for someone here, Libra. And then our second message is the secret admirer. Someone has deeper feelings for you than they're admitting. Is there someone around you that actually is feeling your energy, Libra? Pretending to be your friend when really they want something more? Or maybe they're watching you from the corners, just wondering how they should approach you. They're planning their approach. A sure way to your heart. All right, so for you, Libra, we're going to take a look at the energies here. What is the energy for Libra, Spirit? Please and thank you for Libra. And I'm hearing too, you may be connected with someone who feels deeper for you than they're letting on, right? They may be fighting the feeling, but actually they feel pretty deep for you, Libra. All right. Give me 1 second. Let me wet my whistle. So we have our oracle cards. Now let's pull out some tarot. So our first one out is the Chariot. I feel like the energy of love around you could be about deciding. I'm hearing first and foremost, deciding what is the correct next move? What is the right way forward? I feel like for someone, you could be making decisions right now. Those decisions may in fact be based on your own self-empowerment. Like, how can I move forward true to myself and empowering myself as I move forward? But it could also have something to do with love as well. Someone wants to stand in their power and not compromise their power. I feel like someone is starting to really believe in themselves too. This is a very beautiful energy. Why is the Chariot here for Libra? Chariot for Libra. Okay, so we have the Seven of Swords, the Knight of Cups, and the Page of Pentacles. There's something about love that's being considered here right now in the present situation that has something to do with being true to self. And not giving away your power, but more so not allowing someone to come in and take your sense of empowerment. And staying in a position, not letting someone come in and talk you out of what it is you feel like you need to be doing right now. I feel like for someone, you've decided to change in some type of way or embark on some type of self-empowerment journey. It's almost like you're feeling yourself and you're ready to go. But there's still the energy that's trying to come in and maybe even redirect in some type of way what's happening. But that redirection would in fact steal your opportunity for self-empowerment. And so I feel like this moment is really important. This is a moment, even though it's related to love, that you need to choose what is best for you, Libra. And I feel like in doing that, you'll win. This is a moment of self-love, most importantly. Yeah. There's something about the oracle message about love allowing. It's like there are times where we need to choose ourselves, and those that love us understand what that means because they want the best for us too. And so there's something about you needing to really empower yourself in this moment and choose yourself. There's something that you're wanting to do that's going to be very self-empowering. And you may feel drawn between love or self-empowerment. And the spirit is saying, choose yourself. And if there is anyone else involved, right, they'll definitely understand because they need to love themselves as well. They need to know how to choose themselves as well. That's what love is. It allows. That was the first oracle card that came out. It allows, okay? It allows expression of self-love, okay? Love doesn't need to control, it doesn't need to steal, right? Because it has its own. It has its own source of love. If it's really love, right? There's something about that coming through here. So I feel like there's someone that's at a very important moment in life. Love may be a part of that equation, but there's some important decision that you are about to make, and it has something to do with love. It may be choosing yourself, This may be a test of sorts. The Magician is coming out here as well. And when it comes to love, the Magician brings in the energy of creating the situation that you want, viewing it in a way that empowers you to actually experience what it is that you desire, to create the situation that you desire. This may come through as a question. Are you able to receive this? Are you able to do this or carry this through? Are you able to be like everything that you would want to be when it comes to love? There's something that's being communicated and you're seeing it. Now, depending on how this communication is being utilized, the Magician has a sense of power, very confident in self and very alluring as well. And there's something about the communication coming through that has the ability to transform the connection as it pertains to love, or the situation as it pertains to love. There's something very magical, I think, about someone's connection. And you may feel this, like this is not just an ordinary connection for some of you, right? This is not for everybody. If you are not currently in a connection, This places you in a position, a perfect position to welcome someone in. hmm For some of you, you may have a friend. As I was saying, you have a secret admirer here. And this may be somebody that's right in front of your face that actually sees you in a different way than you understand. They have deeper feelings for you. If this is somebody that considers themselves a friend, it's much deeper than what they're saying. Okay. This is somebody that you know very well, that you have history with, but it also brings a level of independence too. I don't feel like this is somebody that's needy or clingy, or maybe you are that way. You're somebody that's not needy or clingy. For some of you, this could be someone that you know from your past. With the Six of Cups and the Nine of Pentacles. But there's something very interesting about this connection that you have. Some would say it's even a little bit magical. There's something very special, I think, about this person. Now, whether you view them in the light of love yet or not, I don't know. But I'm just getting this person could be single, very independent, very stable. And it's somebody that you know. For some of you, it could be someone from your childhood or just someone that you have history with. And they give good vibes. Someone you've created memories with in some type of way. You're thinking of them right now. Now, as we move forward, what comes out is the Justice, and that is Libra energy. So there's something about you that comes in as a challenge right now. And I do feel like we're going back to that energy of knowing how and when to choose yourself. This seems like something that is coming back around. This is important. Is knowing when to choose yourself, knowing how to choose yourself. Sometimes the very act of being able to choose yourself is what can save a relationship or cultivate the right kind of energy for a relationship, because there's a level of independence that's needed in the relationship so you don't end up in a codependency. Like, you want to be in a connection where you're both able to bring your own level of happiness, so you're not really looking for the other person to do it for you. In order to do that, sometimes you do have to choose yourself, to position the other person to learn to choose themselves, or to give them the freedom to choose themselves. And so the Justice, talking about you, we have the Page of Cups, and clarified again by the Justice. Yeah. I feel like I'm talking to possibly a young energy, or maybe this is an energy that has, not necessarily that you have to be young, but this could be young energy when it comes to love, just still having a lot to learn, or having a lot of things to recognize when it comes to love. Yeah. And so, as I look at Justice, this is all about coming to a conclusion, and being able to make the right decisions, being able to stand in your truth and not swaying in that, even when it comes to love. Yeah. balance, being fair to yourself. For whoever you are, if you have suffered some level of unfairness when it comes to love, that's going to be brought back around. I even feel like spirit could be bringing connections your way that's going to kind of um, give you a level of justice for what has happened, right? Whatever that is, I feel like it's going to turn out right for you, Libra. I don't know if there's something that will happen to land you in court about this. It could definitely be a, divorce. I'm sorry if that is the case. My apologies. That's never fun. But there's something about you coming out on top in this situation, you being heard, your points of view being heard and agreed with, right? And that's if you were in that position of some type of injustice that's being made right. Yeah. This may be a time where you want to be open, right? It doesn't have to be that it's a legal dispute, but it's a time where you don't want to be shut off, because of past experiences, because there's actually something that's being brought your way that's going to make up for that negative experience that you may have had. So this may be a time to be open and, be in a receptive energy. I feel like something is being made right. There's something that's being balanced out. If you lost something, that's being given back to you. And so be open, right? I don't care what has happened. There's something about spirit making it right here. And you having an opportunity or some type of message of love or some offer coming through. This may even be someone on your level. If you are young and inexperienced in love, this is being matched with someone that's on your level. Sometimes we could be matched with people that, for whatever reason, feel like they're smarter than us, when that's not necessarily true. And so they carry this energy of the Seven of Swords, right? That came out in your first card. This energy of wanting to deceive and manipulate because they feel like they have a higher position mentally, intellectually, but really they fool themselves because they end up missing out probably on one of the best things, that they could ever experience. And it feels like it could be something like that too. Whatever that was, the justice says that it's going to turn out in your favor. Whatever you lost, whatever hardships came about this, that energy will reciprocate itself. And so that's what I'm feeling. That may come through as a challenge. Also, I feel like the challenge too has to do with you, Libra. You considering yourself when it comes to love. Yes. Spirit wants you to consider yourself when it comes to love. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune. This is how I know things are going to turn out in your favor. This is what's coming towards you. Luck. Good fortune. Destiny. So if you are in a place right now where things feel like they're on hold, don't fret. It's very purposeful. There's something that is being made in the works for you. This may also be time for you to heal. Time for you to balance yourself back out, or actually take a moment to learn what just happened. Take a moment to sit down and think about what just happened for someone. And what did you learn from that? There's something about these lessons may in fact be preparing you to be able to handle what's coming towards you. Because what's coming towards you may be a great deal of what it is that you desire or you make it to be. With the Chariot, this is really you moving in this energy of your power and knowing what you want and going after it or creating what that is. And not that it'll happen tomorrow, but it's like a step-by-step process. And each step, you're aware of what's happening and how the previous step prepared you for the next one. There's this conscious process that's taking place slowly. You may be moving in this relationship very slowly. There's nothing to rush. There is nothing to rush, right? Take your time. Take your time and choose yourself while you're taking your time, okay? Now, the High Priest comes out in the outcome. I do feel like this ends up where you end up actually being proposed to, or you end up proposing. The High Priest is really serious. Like, he doesn't come to play. He's in it for the long haul. He's planning for the future, and every decision is in favor of the future that's being created. This is marriage material. This says that this is what you want here. Now, whether you're with your person now and you see them as your marriage material, or this is just what you desire, this is what's coming out. Someone wants, something stable, long-term, something concrete. It even may be something very traditional, the wedding, the kids, the house, you may not know at this very moment. The Knight of Swords comes out in reverse with the Ace of Wands. You may not necessarily know at this moment, like, what that looks like or what that will entail. Like, all the details are not there, but you just know that, yeah, this is what I want. This is what I want. And you may be willing to hold off on all of these desires that are just flowing all around you and in you for that. Yeah. The High Priest is willing to make a great sacrifice for that, because this is something that he truly believes in. Okay. So for someone, this is you just really being really serious. I don't feel like we even though I did have a lot of young energy come out, there's someone here that's very serious about what it is that they're doing, how they're moving and planning forward. And I feel like this is very much being supported as well. Now, there is still some growing. Okay, there's still some growing. The Knight of Pentacles came out. There's still the need to move slowly and let this cultivate naturally. And learn the value of self. Okay, that's coming out very strongly throughout your message. Learn the value of self. There's something about that that's very significant to the success of the relationships. Okay, learning the value of self. What's not seen is we have the Moon here, the Page of Swords, the Three of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands. And so there could be something about the situation right now that feels very emotionally vulnerable. The Moon brings in all kinds of emotions, right? Emotions just everywhere. And so this may come in with this energy of the Chariot, of needing to really choose yourself until you get stable enough to know what is good, right? Continue choosing yourself until you stabilize. I feel like someone is very emotionally just probably going through a very busy, difficult time emotionally. This is why you need to choose yourself. while you're in this energy. And I also feel like for someone, you're being watched. You are, Libra. And that may be a good thing. It may not be. Someone has a secret admirer. Someone has deep feelings for you that they haven't been honest about. But this could also be someone watching you from the shadows that don't want to be seen. They're just watching you. Okay. I do see you surrounded by lots of support. I think Spirit would want you to connect with those closest to you. Stay connected. If you have very close, intimate, trustworthy relationships, confide, right, in those that you trust to get like a second, like a second opinion on what you're computing. Those that love you won't mind you choosing yourself, and they'll actually push you to choose yourself too. And I feel like you have very loyal, very mature energies with this Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands. You have sources for support here. Wise, high vibing, intelligent, capable energy at your disposal. Use it. Okay. That's what I have for you, Libra. Thank you so much for stopping by. It looks really good. Spirit is on your side with this Wheel of Fortune. And I feel like Spirit is definitely helping to set the pieces in place and set things in motion. And this is a very beautiful time for you. Even if you are not in a relationship right now, you have someone that may be wanting to be, right? They're just waiting for the right moment. But right now, I feel like for the majority, this is a critical time to learn how to choose yourself. Learn how to choose yourself. And when you do, even when you find beautiful, passionate relationships, choosing yourself should still be a part of that. You don't lose yourself in the relationship, but you grow as individuals in the relationship, right? So there's something about allowing, okay, the other person, allowing yourself as well, love, it being a supportive energy instead of this controlling energy. There's something about learning to choose yourself in the midst of it all. Okay. This is my energy coming out for you for love. You're smack dab in the middle of your own reading, clarified by yourself. So there's something about you. It's a big deal right now. Okay. That's what I have. Choose yourself, Libra. Okay. You can never go wrong. When in doubt, choose yourself. Okay. And that's for you. Thank you for stopping by. It's been Blood Moon Oracle coming with the message around love for you, Libra. I hope there was something that resonated. If not, that's okay. Don't try to make it fit. Maybe next time it will. Okay. Thank you for stopping by. Until next time. If you would be so kind to like, share, comment, subscribe if you have not, hit the bell so you'll be notified, okay? Until next time, bye Libra. Love you. Bye.